All right, guys, today we're talking about how to make $1,000 this week. So if you're excited for that, stick around. We're going to break everything down in this video. I've got the plan laid out in front of me, and you're going to get to see it every step of the way. It basically comes down to 4 steps. You can do this if you're a beginner, regardless of your experience. All you really need is a computer and an internet connection. And if you have those 2 things, you're going to be able to get started with this method. So I want to share with you, I missed yesterday's upload. I really wanted to get a video out yesterday, but I've just been super busy. I want to share with you the reason why before we jump into the method. So basically, I've been out all weekend. An opportunity presented itself to get a new car, a really awesome car, and I'll probably share that with you on the channel really soon if you want to hear more about that. But it's a really cool car. I'll just leave it at that for now. So that's why I missed yesterday's upload. I'm sorry. If you're a subscriber here, you know that I'm normally releasing a video every 3 days, but we're only a day late, so I think we could redeem ourselves here, and this video is going to be really, really awesome. So how did I come up with this method, and how did I come up with sharing it? So basically, I've used this method for a really long time, especially when I was first starting out. And over the past weekend, along with being busy with this car thing, I was also busy building out 2 websites. So 2 websites, and I just got to thinking, like, I should really share this idea with my subscribers about building these websites and then either renting them out or selling them. So basically what you do is you find these little gold mines, these little niches or locations or keywords that aren't super hard to like get showing up on the first page of Google, and you build a website around them. It doesn't have to be like a real intricate website. It's just something you can build up pretty quickly. And you get the website optimized using the things I'm going to share with you in this video. You just do a couple little tweaks to them so that they show up, and then you turn around and you either rent them or you sell them for like $1,000 to business owners who are in that industry. You can also use other websites. Like if you don't want to reach directly out to the business owner, there's websites out there that you can list them on. I'm going to share what those are as well. So you don't want to miss the video. You want to make sure you watch until the end so that you can get all of those details, because it's kind of like the eBay of websites. It's really awesome. All right, so let's go and dive into step 1 right away. So step 1, what I want you guys to do is I want you to pick out a niche / keyword and location that isn't super competitive. So what I mean by that is the people who are actively in the niche or keyword that you're thinking about going after, pick one where they're not like actively trying to rank in Google. Like maybe they're just like mom and pop shops and they're just kind of busy doing their own thing, running their retail store. They haven't put much thought into like the website side of things. These are niches where you can easily go in and you can dominate, because even if you're a beginner, like no one else is really actively doing anything with it. So if you just do just a little bit of the things that I'm suggesting in this video that I'm going to share with you, and they're not hard, they're like easy things that pretty much anyone can do, you know, you could then have a chance at ranking on page 1. And ultimately, even just building the website is good because you're doing this ahead of time and then you can rent it or sell it. But if you can have it ranking on the first page of Google, it adds a lot of value to it. And like I said, I don't know how to program. I've told you guys this in many videos before, but I can still build out websites. I just built 2 this weekend. And I'm going to share with you why you're basically able to do that. Anyone can do that. And it just adds a real value to a lot of business owners who maybe don't have that website showing up. So this is how I check for competitiveness. Check their backlinks. I use this search string right here. It's called website.com. So you put that in quotation marks. And then in URL, website.com. So basically replace this website.com thing here. Replace that with the person you're reverse engineering. So go do a Google search for a niche and a keyword that you're thinking about targeting. Maybe it's like excavator, Cedarburg, Wisconsin. Let's just say that was your keyword. You would grab one of the top competitors who are ranking on page 1, and you would take their website and put it in quotation marks like this, and then you would take their website and put it after this in URL, semicolon. So pause the video and like write this search string down. You basically copy and paste this whole thing then. Copy and paste this whole thing, put it into Google, and it'll show you how many backlinks that competitor has. So it's really awesome because Google might show you like 5 results, and you'll know, okay, they only have 5 backlinks. That's going to indicate to you that this is a niche location and keyword that is not super competitive. So again, replace website.com in this search string. Just copy it down exactly like it is and just replace website.com with whoever your top competitor is in the niche, and that'll tell you their backlinks. The other thing I like to do, and this isn't a requirement, but I'll check if there's map listings on the first page with a lot of reviews. Because, if the customers or the business owners there have a lot of reviews, that could indicate that it's also maybe higher competition. And when you're checking for backlinks and stuff like that, you can mostly ignore directory sites like Yelp.com. They're usually ranking there just because, they're Yelp. And you can it's pretty easy to outrank them if you're building a site like I'm going to suggest here. So I really just ignore directory type sites like that. What I'm mainly interested in checking the backlinks are if it was like bobsexcavators.com, like a specific company. That's who I would then go and put the search string into Google and check out Bob and see what kind of backlinks he has. I don't care about sites like Yelp or Angie's List. So that's step one. That's going to help you find a really good keyword that you can then decide to go in and build out a site. Step two is we're going to build out a website for that niche / keyword using WordPress. Now remember, I said I don't know how to program, and you can get started with this if you're a beginner too and you don't know how to program, because you can use a tool like WordPress. So the website doesn't have to be about a specific company. A lot of people, they get mixed up like, well, what if I don't have a client yet? That's okay. This method is actually, it works better if you have no clients or no portfolio or anything like that, because you're doing some of this work ahead of time. You're building out a free website that you're not really trying to like get a client yet. And then you're taking that website and you're going to try and place it on the first page of Google. And then what you're going to do is you're going to list it for sale or for rent. And then that's how you're going to make your money. So keep it niche focused. Just if it's just about excavating, just, to call it Cedarburg Excavating or something like that. Now I have a free tutorial linked down in the description of this video on how I build WordPress websites out using free themes. So I'm not going to sell you a WordPress theme or anything like that. If you want to check that out, go check it out. If you already know how to use WordPress, then you won't need to check it out. But if you're not familiar with it, you're not sure how to get started with it, just go check that out. It's like 3 videos long, and it's a really good series. I think you'll enjoy it. I put it together for my YouTube subscribers because I know that some people here are newer than others. Some people have never built out a website before, so that's my way of helping you do that without diving into it in this video, because we've got a lot to cover yet. So stick around. By the way, smash a like on this video if you're enjoying it, and make sure you're subscribed with notifications turned on, because I may decide to put out some future videos on this topic, diving into more details. And if you want to get notified of those, you're going to have to make sure that you tick that bell notification icon and subscribe. All right, so WordPress themes allow you to build websites if you don't know how to program, if you're like me, because I really don't know how to program. Like, I have no idea how to like go in and code stuff. Like, I could do a couple of things like copy and paste stuff, but when it comes to like really like coding something and building something out, like I just can't do it. Like, I'd have to hire someone. But WordPress has these things called themes, and they're like little templates, and you can do this for free with them. They allow you to build websites without becoming an expert in programming. All right, so that's step 2, build out that website. Step 3 is we need to optimize that website. We need to write content for it. Ideally, I recommend you write about 6 pages of content, or articles we call them. And I recommend that each of those articles be about 500 words each. Now, here's what you need to make sure your articles have, and this will make sure that your website is ranking on Google if you're picking a low competition niche. It's important you follow these steps in order. I put them in order for a specific reason. So if you're a beginner and you're not someone who's super experienced with this, just follow this in order. Play and pause the video as you're setting stuff up. Okay, so content should be good and not poorly written. A lot of times, people will go and they think they're going to like just write sites out or outsource it to someone for like $1 on Fiverr. That's okay, but make sure that you go through that article then and make sure it's really well written. Don't have it be poor grammatical errors. Make sure it flows nice, because Google can tell that and they'll mark it as spammy content, and then your site will never rank. The other thing is your content should mention your keywords so that it shows Google some relevancy. Okay, so if your keyword is about excavating in Cedarburg, Wisconsin, your article should mention that. Inside of the content, it should mention that a few times. Don't make it sound spammy, like don't go and just put it in a bunch of times so that you can put it in there, but do it in a way where the content flows together and it reads good. Always mention the location you're targeting in the content. Ideally, I like to pick keywords out that have my location in it. Like, I wouldn't just pick excavator, I would pick excavator in Cedarburg or something like that, so that it has the location in it. So I recommend you do that as well. And when you're creating new pages on your WordPress website, I want you to make sure that you have your keyword in the URL. So it doesn't actually have to be in the domain.com. Like, it doesn't have to be like Cedarburg excavator.com. I probably spelled that wrong. It doesn't have to be in that, although it can be. But what you want to do is when you're creating separate pages, you might do it like this: Cedarburg excavator, or like that. Maybe Cedarburg WI excavator, something like that, right? Then it's in the URL. So I recommend you do that. You can do that in WordPress. It's called permalinks. And you edit it right below the title of your WordPress article when you're entering it in there. Now, I also recommend you add styling to the keywords in your content. So if you have like a word or an article, like a sentence in your article says, hey, if you're looking for the best excavator in Cedarburg, Wisconsin, then keep on reading this article because we're going to break down 3 things you need to look for. I would just then go and highlight, excavator in Cedarburg, Wisconsin, and I would maybe bold that one. Add a bolding thing. What this does is it creates a pattern, and Google sees that pattern and they really start to see what your content is about, and that creates the relevancy so that they know, okay, this page, this site is about excavator in Cedarburg, Wisconsin, and that's what they're going to show your site to when people search for it. Now, if you're totally a beginner and you really you want to actually get things going, there's free plugins out there, like Yoast is one of them. So if you go into WordPress and search for Yoast in the plugin section, or search for one called All-in-One SEO, these plugins will actually help you optimize if you're a complete beginner. So I'd recommend checking them out as well. They do have a lot of steps in those plugins, and you don't always have to follow all of the steps, especially if you followed step 1 in this guide. But I mean, if it'll help you do what I just mentioned here in these few bullet points, then you'll be golden. So check that out. And then step 4 is we need to wait for the site to get onto page 1, and then we're going to sell or rent the website. So if you rent the website, that means that someone's paying you monthly. Have them pay you through PayPal. Heck, have them write you a check if you want and mail it to you. Or you could sign up for a Stripe.com account and have them do it that way. Or FreshBooks.com is a good way to get paid. That's an invoice platform. Whatever it is, though, they can pay you every single month for that. Otherwise, you could sell it too. And just building one of these out and selling it, it doesn't take you that long, guys, honestly. This should take you maybe a couple hours at most to build out, especially when you get into the groove and the flow of things. Like I said, I built out 2 websites this weekend. One of them I did just last night. Took me about an hour to do. Wasn't bad. I didn't even do crazy stuff with it yet as far as content. So that was just the building it out part. And the content's not going to take me long at all. But guys, these websites, they're easily worth $1,000, probably even more than that. And you can go directly to the business owners. Or if you don't want to go directly to business owners, check out sites like Flippa.com. Now, I'm not affiliated with Flippa.com. They're not paying me to mention it, but I've genuinely sold sites on Flippa.com lots of times. I've made lots of money selling sites on there, and I follow these exact steps. I research a low competition niche. I build the website out using WordPress. I use a free theme. I'll go and I'll optimize the content so I can try and get it ranking in Google, and I'll list it on Flippa. Now, even if you don't rank it on Google, you could probably still sell it on Flippa. So if you're feeling this isn't going well with ranking it, still try and list it or still reach out to business owners. The site still has value. It may even have value still of $1,000, even if you don't rank it. It just kind of depends, whatever the business owner might be willing to pay for it. So the only downside to this method, in my opinion, is waiting for the site to rank, and the fact that you have to kind of do some upfront work, right? You have to do some research, you have to build out the website, and then when you do the SEO, you have to wait for things to rank. So if you're thinking you just kind of want to get going now and you're looking for something where you don't have to wait and you can get customers a lot faster, then check out the masterclass in my description below. It's free to attend, and I'll show you another method using Facebook where you can actually get things kind of moving along a lot faster. So it's pretty cool. I would definitely check that out. So I want to know, do you want me to delve into each of these steps into a little more detail? If you do, comment below and let me know that. and then that way I can, kind of start planning and getting content together. And then make sure that you subscribe and tick the bell notification icon so that you'll get notified when I actually put those videos together and release them. That way you'll get a notification right away saying, hey, Paul's released this new video, and you can come in and watch me dive into more details. Now, if you enjoyed this video, smash the like button, and then I want you to check out my next video on how to make $100 with your smartphone. I'm going to leave that next. But anyways, guys, we'll see you in the next video. I hope you enjoyed it. I am Paul James. Peace out.